Hello and welcome to Rathods IS. Today in this class, we are going to see current affairs of 11th January 2024. So first of all, we are going to take PDF of Hindu, and that too I am taking Delhi edition, and I am going to pick out the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. So each and every article which is given in newspaper is not at all important. Don't read each and every article. So focus on syllabus, and from the syllabus point of view you have to pick the keywords. If you identify the keywords in the newspaper, so pick out those articles. So in this way you have to select articles from your newspaper. So one thing that is clear is, if you want to identify which articles are important from examination point of view, yes, you have to be thorough with the syllabus. Syllabus will guide you. So don't waste your time by spending 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours on newspaper. Okay, just give 1.5 hours to 2 hours of time for this newspaper. Nothing more, nothing less. So this is front page of Hindu, and in front page we have only one article which is important from our examination point of view. Title says, India seen as a pillar of stability, says our Prime Minister. So why our Prime Minister he made this statement? So he is addressing or inaugurating 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. Okay, so our Prime Minister he is inaugurating this 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. So because of this, yes, this statement which is given by our Prime Minister. So here you have to know some dimensions. So you have to see some dimensions. What is this Gujarat Global Summit? So you can get questions of prelims from this Gujarat Global Summit. And here why our Prime Minister is focusing on Gujarat. And here you have to know about MP Lads scheme. And you have to know some facts regarding this summit. Okay, and you have to see some key areas of this summit. So they are focusing on investment. They are focusing on investment, and even they are focusing on technology. Okay, so these are the areas that you have to remember. And some areas that you have to see here is, what are the advantages of investments and why we need these investments. So if you are getting investments, we can go for development. So if you are going for development, we can address lots and lots of issues like unemployment. We can address this issue of unemployment. We can address issue of poverty, hunger, okay, standard of living. So that will lead to overall economic growth. Okay, that will lead to overall economic growth of the country. Okay, and technology. So technology is very important for increasing of production, to increase exports, to decrease cost. Initially it is cost heavily, but later it will be decreasing the cost of manufacturing, and we can also save time. Okay, time, efforts, etc. And here again one more dimension is, you have to see this MP Lad scheme, that is MPs from which constituency they are coming, so they have to develop their own constituencies. Okay, so from that point of view MP Lad scheme is important, and especially you have to know some facts regarding this scheme. Okay, so all are the important dimensions that you have to focus. Okay, so this is about this topic. And now let us move on to next article, And today's newspaper, there are nothing much important articles from our examination point of view, so that we are going to conclude this class within 40 to 45 minutes, not more than that. I don't want to waste your time by discussing unnecessary and irrelevant articles. Okay, and if you move on to the states page, so most of them are political articles. They will fetch you nothing. Okay, directly move on to this editorial page. Yeah, before that, here there is one article regarding vaccine, that is IISc, that is Indian Institute of Science develops warm vaccine for COVID-19. So actually we are developing this heat tolerant vaccine developed by IISc. Researchers is said to be effective against all current strains of SARS coronavirus. Okay, so here we have to focus on what is this heat tolerant vaccine. So overall this article is talking about COVID-19 vaccine, right? It is talking about COVID-19 vaccine. So vaccines we are using for preventive measure. It is not for curative measure. So what is the meaning of this statement that I gave right now? That is, yes, there are some disease causing organisms are there. So if they are entering into our body, that will cause disease. So after we got the disease, that means how you will be know that you are suffering from disease? So you will be getting some signs and symptoms. So you will be getting some signs and symptoms. So if you are having this signs and symptoms, then you can say like, so you got a disease. And now you will be the patient. So after you got disease, then you will be going to nearby hospital. Okay, nearby hospital, and you will be getting prescription or prescribed drugs, and you will be taking that drugs. That method is called as RX, that is treatment. That is treatment or treatment plan. But here these vaccines, they are used as preventive measure. That means even before you get the disease, you will be taking this vaccine, and after you are taking this vaccine, what happens? You will be developing immunity. Okay, you will be developing immunity against that so and so disease. Okay, that immunity will help you that whatever the antibodies that had been raised in your own body, that will fight against these antigens. Okay, so disease causing organisms, they are called as antigens. Okay, so if you are taking vaccines, your body will be getting activated and your body will be generating this Y-shaped bodies. So these are called as antibodies. And these antibodies, they will be fighting with, okay, so these antibodies will be fighting with antigens. Okay, and they kill disease causing organisms. So in this way this vaccine works. So one important concept that you have to remember regarding this vaccine is they have to store in a cool temperature. Okay, so they have to be stored in a very cool temperature. Either we need refrigerators or extra cool mechanisms. But if you are talking about problems of storing in cool temperature, not only in India but other less developed countries do not have proper cold storage mechanism. There is no proper cold storage mechanism. And one more thing here is there is lack of infrastructure, and especially it is difficult in these tropical countries. Okay, so now we came up with this thermal resistant or warm COVID-19 vaccines. That means they do not require any cold temperature now. Okay, so this is the thing which is mainly said. And one more important thing here is IISc. So if you are talking about higher education institute, so now the premier institute in India is IISc. Okay, you have to see ranking of this institute. So whether it is present in top 100 top institutes in the world or not. Okay, so in that way you have to refer about this IISc. So all these are the important dimensions that you have to think. I hope it is very much clear. Right, now let us move on to next topic and directly move on to this editorial page. So here let us see which are the important topics. The first important topic here is change for the words. Says India and Maldives should see the benefits for closer ties. So this article is saying that yes, there are issues which are going on between India and India and Maldives. Okay, regarding this Bangladesh, yes, we are going to have the good and revital relations. Okay, because the election is done in this Bangladesh, right? But in Maldives, yes, we are having issues. So even though recently elections had conducted in Maldives, a new government formed in Maldives, yes, we are facing some issues with this Maldives. So this article says that two countries, they have to come together and they have to find the solution for the problem, and such that what happened from both the side, from Indian side and Maldives side, they will be mutually benefited. Okay, so this article is important from your IR, which comes under GS paper 2. So already we discussed this topic in our last 2 days, okay, class. And next topic, it is about comfortable win. So this article is talking about India-Bangladesh relations. So from this India-Bangladesh relations point of view, you have to focus on some areas. India-Bangladesh relations. So you have to see map of Bangladesh. Okay, you have to see map of Bangladesh and you have to see the states which are sharing international boundary. So states which are sharing international boundary. So from here, this area, yes, you can expect a prelims based question. And next you have to see like which are the areas of cooperation. And even you have to see like what are the challenges. So all these are very important, and this part is important from prelims. And this analysis is important from your mains. Okay, so these are some important dimensions that you have to see, and this topic is important from GS paper 2 under international relations and GS paper 3 under economy. In economy, trade part is very important here. Trade between India and Bangladesh. Okay, so this is about this topic. And if you move on in this text and context, you have two important articles. So first article, it is about remission policy, and in our yesterday's lecture, we discussed in detail regarding this remission policy. So that is more than enough. If you have not watched yesterday's class, so please watch this yesterday's class, so that I gave you lots and lots of information regarding this remission policy. So I said about what is remission policy, and I said about different constitutional provisions and other sections, okay, which are present regarding this remission policy, etc. So go through that yesterday's class, so that you will be getting lots and lots of ideas regarding this remission policy. So we're talking about why it is in news, okay. So because here Bilkis Bano. So now let me give you some brief background regarding this topic for the new students. So here this article, it is regarding this Bilkis Bano case. So this Bilkis Bano case, it is regarding 2002 Gujarat riots. So in this Gujarat riots, so this Bilkis Bano family had been attacked, and all the family members, they had been killed, okay, brutally murdered and raped. And even this Bilkis Bano has been raped. At that time she was pregnant, and even 2 months old of her child had been even killed. Only Bilkis Bano and other 3.5 years child has been survived in this incident. And finally Bilkis Bano approached this NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, okay, and finally they got 11 people, they were accused, and they got life imprisonment. Okay, life imprisonment. So these people, they went for appeal for pardoning powers, and they had been released. So after released, again Bilkis Banu, she went for filing of a petition. So in that petition, the Gujarat High Court said yes, it is valid. And later on again Bilkis Banu, she approached Supreme Court, and Supreme Court gives judgment, it is null and void. So in this context, you have to know about what is this remission. So in this remission, what you have to know? So in this remission, you have to know about what is the meaning, and you have to know about pardoning powers. So in this pardoning powers, you have to know about pardoning powers of president and as well as governor and relevant articles which comes under constitutional provisions. And even there is one more important thing here is what is the difference between pardoning powers of president and governor. And you have to see like what is this remission scheme in India. So what is the criteria or eligibility? Okay, so all these things are very important from this article point of view. And here in this text and context, there is a gist which is given, and we are going to see that gist now. So Article 72 and Article 161 of our Constitution, which provides about the powers which is given to the president and governor regarding pardoning, okay, to grant pardon, to commute, to remute, okay, to respite, reprieve to a convict. And here premature release of these 11 convicts by Gujarat government, which raises some legal and as well as moral questions. And Supreme Court in its order categorically held that Gujarat government is not the appropriate government to consider remission petition because it will not fall under the eligible criteria of this remission scheme. So this is the thing which mainly said by Supreme Court, and it stuck down and said that it is null and void. And next topic, it is about why did North India fog heavily in last few weeks of 2023. So in last few weeks of 2023, that means I can say like last week of December, very heavy fog that is seen in the northern part of our country. So here not in the northern part here, even the southern part, we are staying in Hyderabad, and now time is around 6:30. So now you can see like fog, it is very dense and very thick. And even the road is not visible in the morning, okay, while I'm reaching, when I'm traveling to this recording room. So it is very difficult actually, even because of this fog, it will reduces the visibility. And even one more problem here is we have number of potholes on the roads. So it is also one problem for me to drive. Okay, so now we have to see like what are the problems and what are the reasons for this fog. And this word fog is very important, okay, from your geography point of view, which comes under GS paper 1. So you have to know what is the meaning of fog and what is the difference between fog and mist. Okay, you have to let me know what is the difference between fog and mist. So in fog or mist, water content is more. Please let me know. And you can move on to this news page. Here you can see one important article, that is after a record 1111, that is you can see the number 141s. Okay, NGO got FCRA nod in 2023, 30 get clearance in January. Okay, so Taiwan headquartered Buddhist Religious Trust and Fogong Shan Culture and Education Center. So they received registration under religious, cultural, economic, education and social purpose category. So now here they got some remission from this FCRA of 2010. So here what are the dimensions that you have to see? So I will let you know the dimensions. You have to know FCRA. So FCRA is nothing but Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. For example, if you are running NGO, so you need funds. So you can raise those funds from foreign countries also. But you need to have the mandatory registration under this FCRA Act. And you have to follow norms and guidelines. Okay, so this will be also very important. And you have to know some facts regarding this FCRA. So here you can get a chance of both prelims and as well as mains. Okay, clear? And now let us move on to the next topic. Yes, here you can see like SC report exposes several gaps in accessibility for disabled persons across courts in India. So actually this article is talking about specially abled people, okay, or Divyangas, or we can say persons with physically challenged. So here already we discussed about the rights of these people with disabled recently. Recently we discussed about what are the rights which are to be given to these people with disabled. So now it is saying about so if you are talking about access of these people, for example education, for example health or healthcare services and employment, etc., we can see there is a less access. There is less access. Even here Supreme Court came up with a report, and this report says that there is less access. Okay, there is less access for these people to even courts. Okay, so this is one cause of concern. Okay, because these are also the people who are forming under our society, and they have fundamental rights, and these fundamental rights they are present in part 3 and they are guaranteed. How can a state take away this right to these people who are with physically disabled? Okay, so all these things that we have to think from this article point of view. And next topic is armored UAVs in the hands of non-state actors pose a challenge, says Navy Chief. So here this article says that yes, drones should not be given, that to army drones or armored drones, which they should not be given to other civilians because it poses a threat that had been evident in this Indian Ocean region. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said, nothing more, nothing less. And in this business page you can see there is one article. It is about ILO. ILO stands for what? International Labour Organization. So ILO warns of rise in unemployment, decline in real wages. So this article is talking about unemployment rate in India, which is going to be increased. So now let us see some dimensions. So here this article is talking about unemployment. And on the other hand, it is talking about ILO. So you have to see some data. So in this data you have to see global unemployment, okay, unemployment at national level, unemployment at state level, and even unemployment at local level. And you have to see what is the definition of this unemployment and different types of unemployment. And next one is you have to know some facts regarding this ILO. So these are some important things that you have to remember from this article point of view. So these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Now let us see the notes. Okay, so if you want to get these notes, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. And one more thing I want to say here is, where can you get these notes? So you can get these notes from the Telegram channel. Okay, so the notes is given in the Telegram channel. And the link is given in description box actually. I can't open it right now. What happened? Again this is opening. Okay, so this is our Telegram channel, that is Rathods IAS classes. So if you join this channel, then you can get the PDFs. And one more thing is, we are providing foundation course for UPSC CSE 2025 batch and as well as 2026 batch. And if you want to take the course, you can contact me. And if you want to watch the demo videos, you can visit our website. This is our website, Rathods IAS Academy. So please do register with our website and log in, and then you can click on this course list. So that these are the wide range of courses that we are offering in Rathods IAS, an entire foundation course that you can get within 25,000 rupees. We include both prelims and mains, and each and every topic will be discussed in a great detail, and it will be from basic level to advanced level. Even if you say that I know nothing, I have zero knowledge, means if you're watching these videos, yes, you will be getting 100% of knowledge. That assurance we are going to give here. So in this foundational course, you will be getting prelims test series, mains answer writing practice, everything A to Z will be covered here. Okay, so this is about this course, and if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on this play course. Okay, and if you want to see the price, so price is also very limited. It will be around less than 4,000 rupees for the different modules. So click on buy now and you can check out the price. And even if you want to take the single module, yes, you can take the single module. So this is about our Rathods IAS courses. Okay, so these are wide range of courses that we are offering. So go through the videos once and you can buy the course. And now let us see the notes part. Okay, so now let us see the notes. The first article, it is about pillars of stability. So why this statement is given by our Prime Minister? So we have to think about the perspective of this Prime Minister also. Why this statement is given? So whether the statement is correct or not. Okay, so India has emerged as a new ray of hope amid global uncertainties. So if you're talking about global uncertainties, yes, you can talk about what? You can talk about Russia-Ukraine crisis. You can talk about Israel-Palestine issue. And you can talk about increasing of crude oil prices. And we can see there was like Cold War or trade war which is going on between US and US and China. So in this context here, here our Prime Minister said that we are offering like an important pillar of stability, and we are having an untrusted friend, and also we are having this engine of growth in the global economy. So all these things, they were said by our Prime Minister. So we're talking about some more details. It says that the world looks at India as an important pillar of stability, because whatever the things which are happening in other countries or international, it is not affecting India much. Okay, and if you see here, the friends who can be trusted and partner who believes in people to people or people-centric development, and a voice that believes in global good, a voice of global south, which is nothing but an engine of growth in the global economy. And we're also finding or focusing on this technology hub to find solutions for the problems and challenges that we are facing. And here our Prime Minister also said that like India is a powerhouse of talented youth and democracy that delivers. So here these are the statements that are given by our Prime Minister in this vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. Okay, in this vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, our Prime Minister, he gave these statements. And if you see here some facts regarding this vibrant global summit, okay, Gujarat Global Summit. So this event, which established in year 2003, buzzed with game-changing announcements, and they came up with this high-profile investors and also they focused on the state's economic future as well. And next topic it is about India-Maldives relations. So you know that there is rapid decline in the ties between India and Maldives. Okay, just a month after Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he met with the newly elected Maldivian president, that is Muzo. So here the trigger which came because of the tweets done by ministers of Maldives. So they attacked Modi for promoting Lakshadweep Islands during his recent visit to Lakshadweep, because it is having the cost on this Maldives, because it will be affecting tourism sector. Because it will be affecting the tourism sector of Maldives. So if you see here, because of the statements were given by the ministers, yes, many people they had been reacted violently, and it hurt Indians who are crowded social media sites calling for economic boycott of Maldives. And because of this, Indian tourists, they make up the most arrivals post COVID-19 period. So here Indians, they went for cancelling of their trip. Okay, so underlying reasons, they run deeper, like it could have broad impact on India-Maldives relations and as well as India and its neighborhood. So if you see some important areas of cooperation between India and Maldives, yes, there are some important areas. So first one is bilateral assistance and projects. It is nothing but bilateral assistance and projects. So India's developmental support to Maldives includes significant projects like establishment of the Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Mali, and even we are saying that lots of infrastructure projects that we are developed in this Maldives. And this one is we are focusing on even technical education institutes, okay, or initiatives in the Maldives like IITE, that is Institute of Technical Education, and now Faculty of Engineering Technology, and tsunami relief efforts. So there are some India's commitments so that are helping this Maldives. So tsunami and humanitarian assistance, okay, it is nothing but after this devastating tsunami in 2004, so India emerged as a primary supporter, and India started providing immediate relief through aid, medical facilities and rehabilitation support as well. And not only that, India also extended its budget support in response to Maldives' financial challenges in this post-tsunami and other natural calamities. And this one is financial assistance and credit rating. So India has provided substantial financial assistance to Maldives. And we came up with the providing of loans, treasury bills, line of credit, etc. And this help which aimed to bolster in Maldives' economic stability, and even that will be helpful for Maldives infrastructure development, and even that will be helpful for this different sectors like housing, finance and technical education. So all these things are very important. And next one, it is about bilateral trade and investment. So bilateral trade potential which exists, that like current trade figures, and although it is in India's favor, yes, it also shows some areas of growth. And what are the imports that we are getting from this Maldives? They comprise of scrap metals, okay. And if you're talking about India's exports, so they are like agricultural produce, textiles, medicines and engineering products. So if you're talking about one more thing here, Indian investments in Maldives, they span diverse sectors. For example, here we are focusing on hospitality, we are focusing on infrastructure, energy and as well as education. Next one is cultural exchange and collaboration. So efforts are making to enhance cultural ties, and even they are evident through collaborative projects like we are focusing on restoration of historical mosque, and as well as cultural exchange programs, music festivals and theatrical performances in this region. Okay, and even we came up with inauguration of Indian Culture Center in Mali. And this one is Indian community in Maldives. So Indian community mainly constitutes a significant segment in Maldives. So they are contributing to various sectors like healthcare sector, education sector, construction sector and even other professions. And their contributions, they are very much important for the socio-economic fabric of Maldives. So now let us see where exactly this Maldives is located. So this is India, this is Sri Lanka, and here we have this Indian Ocean Islands, that is Maldives. So I already show you the map as well. And next topic, it is about India-Bangladesh relations. So this article is also very important. So please let me know what are the important challenges that you are facing between India and Bangladesh. So meanwhile, I will be having some water because my throat is becoming dry. Okay, done everyone? So let us continue and let us come back. So now this article is talking about India-Bangladesh relations. So if you see Bangladesh, we are sharing direct boundary, and this Bangladesh is such a country that we are sharing the longest international boundary. So if you see here, India and Bangladesh, they share the common border of 4096 kilometers, and it is going on through 5 Indian states. It is very important, that is West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. And because of this, we are sharing traditionally cultural, social and economic relations. So if you see the areas of cooperation, yes, we have connectivity related things between India and Bangladesh. So India's neighborhood policy. So in India's foreign policy towards Bangladesh, we are having this India's neighborhood first policy. And under this, we are focusing on Bangladesh key interlocutor, that is nothing but Act East policy. And we are also focusing on sub-regional groupings like BIMSTEC and BBIN initiative. And we are also having this Padma multi-purpose bridge and Akhaura Agartala rail link also. So that will have a dramatical change in connectivity between Bangladesh and India. And even we have good links between India and Bangladesh regarding this cyber security as well. So Bangladesh has provided cyber connectivity between international gateway at Cox's Bazar to Agartala for the faster network or internet connectivity in northeastern states. And this one is in this energy also. Yes, we are having a good relationship with Bangladesh. So here it says that India is also become a partner in Bangladesh nuclear power program, and also we came up with starting of construction of this nuclear power plant named Rupor. So India is poised to export around 1100 megawatts of power to meet energy deficit in Bangladesh. And next one here is trade. So if you're talking about trade, Bangladesh is India's largest trading partner in South Asia. And if you see annual turnover, it is around $9 billion plus, and also the informal trade will be around $8 to 9 billion. It is very huge. So to enable the more Bangladeshi exports to flow into India, so we are also having this duty-free entry. So this duty-free entry which signed or granted in year 2011 under this SAFTA. SAFTA is nothing but South Asian Free Trade Area. And next, if you are talking about credit, so Indian investment in Bangladesh has reached $3 billion, and we are focusing on economic symmetry as well, and we are focusing on line of credit and grants that already given to Bangladesh. Okay, so that's it. And in this tourism also, yes, over millions of visa they are issued to Bangladeshi citizens by India annually. Both countries, they have signed revised travel arrangement 2018 to further liberalizing the visa regime. Okay, so we need visa, so including enhanced duration of employment and study visas. Okay, so if you want to go to Bangladesh, yes, you need to have visa. So now let us see what are the issues and concerns between India and Bangladesh. So we are having issue of illegal trade. So because of this porous border, so there is often like we use as a route for smuggling of food items, livestock, drugs, medicines from India to Bangladesh, and even water disputes. So India and Bangladesh, they are sharing about 54 trans-border rivers varying the sizes. That means some are big rivers, some are small rivers. So there is a major dispute, and the bone of contention here is to construct and to operate this Farakka barrage. And even there is issue between India and Bangladesh regarding Teesta river issue as well. And this one is even one more important problem. It is about migration. So illegal migration is one of the problematic issue between these two countries. Okay, and next one here is security concerns. So over the years insurgency is happening, okay. Because of this it is deteriorating relations between India and Bangladesh. So in 1956, Northeast India has been the worst hit region because of this insurgency, okay. So that led to the growing of ethnic separatism among these inhabitants, and because of that here ULFA, NLFT, NDFM, they are the major insurgent groups that have created atmosphere of terror in this Northeast India. So these are some important things that are given here, and now let us move on to next topic regarding North India fog. So what happened now, we are having this winter season. So as winter tightened its grip on northern India, a blanket of fog. So we can see good amount of fog on the several states in the last days of 2023 and first of 2024 happened. And because of this fog, which is creating a challenging conditions for both the residents and as well as travelers. Because of this fog, the road will become invisible. Okay, and if you see the details, it says that so most of the North India is experiencing this dense fog, and because of this dense fog, which reduced visibility in many areas. Okay, so because of this dense fog, so here that mainly reduced the visibility in many areas. So especially Haryana, including this Chandigarh, plus isolated pockets of Uttarakhand, UP, Bihar, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, they reported fog, and that led to the decreasing of visibility to 200 meters. Only till 200 meters we can see, not beyond that. So it is a special type of the fog, okay, and we can see the duration is also very long, so it will be having environmental impact also. So fog principal effect was on air travel. Nearly here 450 flights have been delayed or cancelled on December 27th at Delhi's Indira Gandhi National Airport. So what is the reason? The reason here is because of dense layer of fog. Okay, and next topic it is about ILO warns of rise in unemployment, decline in real wages. So this article is talking about the report of ILO. So we have to see what this report is saying regarding unemployment. So if you see context, it says that global unemployment rate is set to increase in 2024, while growing social inequalities remain a concern. So yes, whenever there is decreasing of employment opportunity, or I can say whenever there is rise of unemployment opportunities, so that will leads to increasing of social inequalities. That will leads to improving of social inequalities. Social inequalities remains a cause of concern now. So this is the thing which said by International Labour Organization. So what is the name of that report? That is World Employment and Social Outlook. So if you see the details, it says that because of this joblessness and the job gap, they have the both fallen below pre-pandemic levels, but global unemployment will rise in 2024. And here ILO, International Labour Organization, noted that growing inequalities and stagnant productivity, they are the cause of concerns. So what are the problems? That is growing of inequalities, there is rising of inequalities, and there is stagnant productivity. So they are some cause of concerns. And the global unemployment rate in 2023 was like 5.1%. So the global unemployment rate is in 2023 was 5.1%, and is a modest improvement on 2022. So here the global jobs gap also saw improvements in 2023. Okay, so here in 2023 also there is somewhat improvement, but it had been remained elevated. So the problem had been remained elevated. So if you see some facts regarding this ILO, so when it was created in 1919, by which treaty? That is Treaty of Versailles. So this Treaty of Versailles after the ending of World War I. And this ILO, which is reflected the belief that universal and long-lasting peace that can be attained on social justice. So it became a specialized agency of United Nations in 1946. And even if you see this ILO, it is a three-party organization, the only one of its kind, bringing together representative of governments, employers, workers and even executive bodies. So if you see the members of this ILO, so India is a founding member. It is very important. So India is a founding member of ILO with a total of 187 member states. So as of now in 2020, India assumed the chairmanship of governing body of ILO. So these are some important facts that you have to remember from this topic. And these are the very important topics from our UPSC point of view from today's Hindu newspaper. So please focus on only the topics that are relevant from our examination point of view, and you have to see only the things which are very relevant. So how can you know like which topics that you have to see or how many dimensions you have to think? So you have to see the previous questions of UPSC so that you can understand in how many dimensions the questions has been asked from the same topic. Okay, so in that way you can use the syllabus and pre-IQs to gain knowledge. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you really like this class, hit the like button. So please don't leave the class without hitting like button. So if you are hitting the like button and if I'm getting the lots and lots of likes, then it will be encouraging me to come up with much more important content. Okay, and to guide you students. Okay, and do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.